Here, the action is already underway. Kurlos picking up that early kill here.
And Yoshiharu down.
And that is the big problem now for DeToNator Gold. You know, one of these big, strong tank players, they have to really protect that little back line they've got going off. It's going to be Dottleoff on that Zenyatta, and that's a very important character to be keeping alive right now. DeToNator being able to answer back very quickly right now, being able to get themselves the first cap of the point, it looks like.
And as a reminder as well,
managing to make their way over there with losing Rocket into this fight now. They are going to be without the big Winston up in the front line. Samurai D trying to get himself around on the side here, but Yoshiharu not being used to not being on a tank hero here. Now the DPS on the side of DeToNator are dropping. DeToNator has this pulse bomb to work with. Also, will be able to pick off Dottleoff around the side here, it looks like, as well. Great positioning coming out now from DeToNator to really open this fight up for Fireball. And indeed, they find so much here. Apudo coming in with the Dragon Blade as well, picking up a couple there, and they get themselves the cap back.
And realistically,
unleash onto the side of Fireball, but with those two ultimates on the supports they have to work with. But Kurlos goes down very early into this one, so this is going to be the opening that DeToNator are looking for. The Transcendence now being used as well.
They don't even have the ult anymore.
And then this should be it for them being able to do it without all these ultimates. But indeed, they drop the Dragon Blade as well, trying to take out a Tracer in the back lines. A little bit of an overcommitment here coming in from Anakin, but it should just be just enough for DeToNator to get themselves control of the point back.
These are the small things where why to get this.
Well, Transcendence now coming in for the side of Fireball. Saihate did use the Pulse Bomb very early on into that fight and didn't manage to find a pick, so they do not have the man advantage here. But Sound Barrier now coming in for the side of DeToNator as well, going to be able to keep them alive through this exchange here. They will be dropping the players on Fireball extremely low. Zelfik's almost getting taken out, and indeed he falls down as well. The rest of Fireball should be dropping now as well on the back of this here, as Saihate now being able to get around the backside here, throwing out another Pulse Bomb for nothing right there. Again, a little bit of an overcommitment coming in for the side of DeToNator. Still haven't managed to get themselves the cap yet, but obviously all of the side of Fireball are wiped out. This will be the recap now for DeToNator.
So DeToNator managed to get the respawns and reinforcements back in time. DeToNator, this is not a clean game for them at all. They are still throwing away a lot of ults. I don't know if anyone sort of caught that, but Yoshiharu off screen actually used the tac visor as well. He had that available, used it, didn't see any kills with it come up with the kill feed. Maybe he did a bit of damage, but realistically, I think it did nothing.
Well, Dragon Blade coming in from Apudo now as well. Let's see what he can find with this one. But Anakin already taking down the mech on 9th, so they won't have that barrier to work with to keep them alive. And now Anakin answering back as well. So Saihate doing a lot of work up in the back lines there as well. Managing to find so many kills as well. They don't even get to keep this one in as well, so DeToNator picking up the first map there. Obviously, let's see if they can close out map number 2 here. It's going to be very important for them as we've talked about the momentum they need, and they do have that trouble closing out these maps here.
I've already loaded.
And they are picking them up. Is this the change they needed? This triple DPS on the side of DeToNator, pushing them over the edge there, finding themselves the man advantage right now. They do manage to find the trade kill on the side of Fireball, but it will not be enough actually, as Fireball should have to fall back off this fight here, and first cap should be going in the way of DeToNator unless Fireball can come in with the speed of the flash right now and get themselves onto the point. But not letting Fireball get across the bridge just yet as well. Let's see if they're going to take the fight to him. Pulse Bomb coming in there from Apudo, finds absolutely nothing here. Dragon Blade now from Anakin, finding that first foot kill onto Kurlos. One support down on the side of Fireball. Make that a second, make that a third, and a fourth there from Samurai D. Make that Yoshiharu with the tactical, just wiping everything out here. And DeToNator looking very convincing in the lead.
Surprised Fireball haven't done a full commitment yet. Here they go finally.
Well, Boogie Knight's coming in right now, Sound Barrier being used, but Yoshiharu picking himself up a double there. DeToNator already coming out on top of this fight. A Primal Raging Winston just helping Yoshiharu get himself back over to the point there as well. Thanks for shooting me back into my team there, friend. And now it's just going to be Winston falling down while he's left alone here on the point. See you later, Rocket. And DeToNator, 99% overtime ticking down, and that's going to be all she wrote as DeToNator picked themselves up the second map leading to.
Fireball have changed the composition that I said would work for them, so let's see what happens with that.
Well, 9's dropping very low already into this one, but Dottleoff going to be the first one to fall there as NZR gets himself around on the back lines there. Now the rest of the side of DeToNator looking very frisky right now as well. So Saihate finds himself that kill onto NZR, not even worried as he is still very, very low there. Samurai D going to be able to leap across to the south back. No, he's not. Apudo's going to find him with the slash, picking himself up Yoshi.
And the best part is Rocket's able to pressure Anakin as well, which was a pretty big problem for Fireball to guard him. So.
Yeah, and Dottleoff gets taken down again extremely early into the fight. Apudo all over him like a jam on a sandwich indeed. And now NZR trying to get himself up in the back lines and find himself a kill onto Anakin. But now DeToNator somehow answering this, managing to pick themselves up a triple right there, having that player advantage as Saihate pushes off the rest of these Fireball players now. It's just going to be Rocket left on the point alone by himself. He's taken out, and DeToNator recap.
Now we're going to see if DeToNator can do the swing back much stronger than DeToNator are going to be prepared for. The other time I said that it was on Gardens, and unfortunately Fireball didn't quite have no respect. It was on Night Market.
Oh,
Let's see if Fireball can actually swing it back to the ML.
But that's a big transcendence coming in. Let's see if it can keep them alive through it. It doesn't look like it as Apudo hits that Dragon Blade as well through the middle of that Graviton Surge. Has the Nano Boost to work with as well, but Saihate keeping things alive for the side of DeToNator. Dodoloff being extremely elusive. Finally, they managed to take him down here. And now, with just a couple of these DPS players alive, can they manage to do it? It looks like they should be able to force Apudo off the point here as well. DeToNator keep themselves in control, and they pick up map number 1. What is going on, Abril?
I think Fireball onto the health packs to kind of deny DeToNator from leveraging them. Here comes a counter dive.
EMP comes in here. How many players can they take down extremely quickly? They find NZNR and Zalfix as well. Apudo, though, answering back here. De La Vie, though, right up in the back lines. He needs to get this kill onto Kurlos. It needs to be found right now, but Kurlos doing a great job at making De La Vie waste a lot of time as a lot of his teammates are falling down in the back lines, but Apudo can't do it all on his own there as DeToNator finally cleaning up this fight and managing to take the first cap. Very, very easily indeed, and let's see if they can snowball off the back of this one. They should probably switch off that Sombra, though.
Yeah, they won't be able to, because if you play a Sombra, give them a bunch of kills. Fireball didn't get any trades whatsoever. Here's going to be EMP one more time. A good EMP here is going to absolutely secure it for his team.
Apudo up in the back lines, can't even help them. He gets hit by that EMP as well, can't even hit the Dragon Blade. NZNR so far back, has that tactical visor.
He's going to have to get this away.
But can't do anything with it as the rest of his team are nowhere to be found. Zalfix dropping down now as well. And self-destructs to be used to great effect, especially on this third point here.
EMP's up.
And he gets right up in the back lines. No one manages to catch him out there. Sound barrier now coming in for the side of Fireball, so this could be what they needed. But self-destruct finding its mark there. Saihate going to be hitting the tac visor. Does get taken down by NZNR over on the side, but DeToNator finding all these kills on the point. Nano Boost coming in. Can they manage to find the kill here onto NZNR? Yes, they can. Cart moving extremely quickly here. 3.7 meters left to go. DeToNator have the taste of victory in their mouths. Fireball looking frantic to get themselves back on it. It's going to be a sly Lucio. It's going to be Zalfix trying to keep it alive. Can anyone contest it? It's looking like this one's going to be coming up all DeToNator gold. And indeed, they managed to get all 3 points there. Minute 58 left in the bank.
I bet you skipped
that one as well. I was about to say, this is going to be a highlight reel here. Apudo managing to find himself another one, but it's going to be Anakin answering with the sword. Finds a second kill there as well, so this might be all DeToNator need again just to hold this defense down. He's going to be getting chased down by Apudo, who is the better ninja right now.
Why would you deflect that? You can't deflect a Dragon Blade, Anakin.
Oh,
surely you understand you can't deflect the Dragon Blade.
I mean, maybe it's a little bit of that panic play there, but Apudo going to be picking up Saihate. This should now be Fireball's point to take here. Dodoloff falling down again as well. Now Apudo's woken up. He's gotten out of bed this match, and now he's managing to find all these kills up in the back lines here. Fireball should be able to grab themselves a cap off this, and we'll have a little bit of snowball momentum to work with. I mean, looking at the ultimates there, but still have that Widowmaker.
I can describe that moment of Anakin deflecting Apudo's Dragon Blade as the same moment when you said the cart was moving really fast. You can see how big that transcendence would have been. Wow.
What is he doing? What is he doing? What?
He's going to do this.
No.
He's actually going to do this.
Way.
Pay attention, DeToNator. This is hilarious.
No way. Unbelievable. Anakin's up in the front lines with this.
So they actually, you have to always be able to translate a team fight into some sort of objective. And if Fireball not being able to do that, kind of completely nullifies the team fight. Now we're going to see another engage from Fireball where they do actually commit again. This is the big one. They committed a lot to this.
Well, passing into the Iris, it's going to be
still
Fireball.
no objective. They're not getting pushed.
And, I mean, great stuff here. Now Fireball cleaning up the kills here, though. This is exactly what they were looking for. And this is going to be them making a lot of movement on the cart as it moves very quickly now towards the final checkpoint. And it is indeed. There's not much contest coming out now, but as DeToNator do finally contest, it's going to be the Transcendence round here, but the self-destruct doing great work there, and it's just going to be Fireball pushing that one over the edge with just a little bit more time in the bank than...
To this time bank.
I was like, what are we going here? And indeed, what is going on here? As DeToNator just taking this fight super quickly indeed, finding themselves the kills onto Fireball as they get extremely aggressive into this one. And I mean, the hack, not even needed here.
Yeah, well, they didn't even need, this is another thing, they don't even need the Sombra for this. The Sombra would be, I can see the argument for Sombra here being that if you want to actually go for the setup play and your goal is just to cap the first point, fantastic. But actually they have the opportunity to get a lot more than that and play into another EMP. If they do what I said last time, which is they need to pick the fights and they need to initiate first before EMP comes into play, they have a chance.
Well, EMP comes in through there as well. Tactical visor as well coming out for the side of DeToNator. Apudo looking to try and keep this one alive.
Actually.
Gets double and that's a lot better than what he's usually been finding with these Dragon Blades, but the rest of his team are just dropping like flies now, as DeToNator looking very frisky indeed up in this King's Row attack.
I'm expecting a second cap here, just because DeToNator are also now still so far ahead in caps. So far ahead in ultimate. And they've made such good use of this time here. If Anakin can get into the EMP, they might actually be able to cap out all the way to third as well.
Be interesting to see here. The dive now comes in for the side of Fireball. Pulse Bomb being used there to no avail as well. And Kurlos already taken down to this one. But DeToNator's Pulse Bomb going to be finding some kills there. So have that Self-Destruct to work with as well. And a Primal Rage on the Samurai D as well. Self-Destruct coming in. Doesn't find anything.
He dodged that one, but he doesn't dodge that Dololoff.
But it doesn't matter at all, as they managed to pick themselves up the second cap there. And I mean, Fireball looking very shaken up here indeed after this. Do have a Transcendence coming into this next fight. And a little bit of a sound barrier, maybe the Primal Rage to work with as well. But I mean,
the problem for Fireball is they have no damage output. They're relying on pure player damage output, and we've already seen what happens. DeToNator have just been doing that better. Amakin's nearly onto EMP already, and if he gets that, I'm expecting a full cap.
I mean, I don't know about Knight's position here. He's just right out in the open here, not even trying to use any of the higher ground here, just getting completely
pested. He doesn't have time.
It doesn't matter though. It doesn't matter though. Fireball finding the kills that they needed to. Now Apudo hitting another blade here. This is going to be what Fireball were looking for. They should be able to hold this one. Overtime is out of here, and DeToNator, what an attack that was there. On their first defense, to see if it works out for them again.
Yep, hashtag squad goals and see if Fireball are actually going to be able to make this push in through. And losing members early on, they've already used up, what is that, pretty much 30 seconds without getting too much leeway so far. They are now able to pick up a decent number of kills, but I think the trades coming up from DeToNator might still slow them down.
It is indeed. Amakin being a thorn in their side here, just being extremely annoying on the point, managing to stagger this one out ever so slightly. Will not be able to escape with his life here, and this will be Fireball managing to get the first cap here. Minute left.
It's going to be contested. There will be a contest.
Oh my goodness, they managed to make their way back in the nick of time. DeToNator not wanting to give this one up too easily, but the player advantage definitely in the way of Fireball. I think they're just going to be feeding them kills here, and indeed they are. Still just buying themselves that precious time though, and I mean, that's what it's all about.
So this is a 50-50 play for DeToNator, because on one hand, you deny a little bit of time, which is incredibly important going into time bank. On the other hand, you're right, they fed ults to Fireball. So Fireball, what they got to do with that is they have to be able to use advantage and really spread out and ration their ults to say, we need to use a Dragon Blade here to get past the first corner or the second corner. We need a Pulse Bomb here, and we need a Transcendence if we're going to lose this fight. We need a Transcendence to be able to live through and actually be able to cap the second checkpoint. They got a long way to go still. I expect DeToNator to get aggressive.
Well, Saihate manages to open that one up and didn't even have to use the Pulse Bomb here. Anakin still holding onto the blade as well. Transcendence, though, coming in from Kurlos there, managing to keep Fireball alive through that one as they pick themselves up some kills. Let's see if it's going to be that hero play from Anakin up in the window. Doesn't look like he's going to be foolish enough to jump into this one, i.e. his death. And Fireball going to be able to make themselves a little bit more ground here, but they've got a lot to go, and they're already in that overtime.
Oh, there's actually DeToNator members somewhat far ahead that can get picked up if they're not careful, and Fireball looking for as big of a snowball as they can actually get. DeToNator now losing 2 fights means they fed a decent amount of ults. The difference between them and
Whoa, picture and picture and picture and picture and picture.
I tripped out and seeing a DeToNator.
Well, Amakin's not tripping out right now as he goes straight in with the Dragon Blade, but Kurlos manages to find him there. The Pulse Bomb from Saihate
take a trip back to base.
did open up 9th up in the back lines there. Yoshiharu going to be losing the mech as well. So DeToNator slowly falling off this fight here. But look at this, Samurai D manages to push Zalfix all the way back now. So
that's not good. He needs to play on the card.
Fireball without their support. And this is going to be extremely bad for them here. NZ now shouldn't be able to stagger this one for too much longer as all the players from DeToNator are all over him right now. He will be able to escape. Will he be able to re-engage even? And now Fireball looking extremely good to push their way through this one. But where are the rest of the team members here? They need to get in and help NZNR. Saihate falling down there as well. Rocket, what a godsend. And there they are, and they do manage to get this cart moving. Will they be able to get it further than DeToNator though?
With Apudo's Dragon Blade, that's going to tell the entire story whether they win or not. One ultimate is basically going to decide Fireball's future here. And so far, Apudo's been looking good. And DeToNator, they can't wait for the cart to get to the second corner before they actually take a fight. DeToNator kind of got to go now.
Where is Samurai D?
They got no time to wait. They got to just go.
Well, Samurai D on the super flank here, getting up into the back lines very simply.
Apudo's already got 2.
Oh my goodness, and that's the damage as well. It's going to be Amakin falling down. But they do manage to have a little bit left in the tank, but it's not enough. They're running on E right now. DeToNator are wiped, and this is going to be Fireball doing it with grace, pushing this one over and picking themselves up the cap. But they are sticking around just a little bit too long, I feel, on the outside point here.
You could be right, they might actually be going directly for the point. They already lose Zelf, Fireball already lose Zelfix, which is kind of going to be, it's going to be a little bit problematic for them, and eventually NZR will have to pop off if DeToNator play the cap, which is what they're doing now.
Well, NZR did manage to find that kill, so Anakin going to be taken out there, and I mean, Hog, big damage that they were looking for, but getting themselves a couple of kills up here on the point, so Hate getting very aggressive as well, going to be right up in the front lines. As I say that, he runs backwards, so not exactly what they were looking for. Now they're just going to be teaming up all over Ninth there on the point, managing to force him back there as well. This is going to be really all DeToNator.
And it's not like Fireball don't have members for contest, it's just taking a long time to get in.
But they've given a lot of ultimate here, and this is going to be the Nano Visor coming in now from the Hate. A lot of bit of blocking coming in from Ninth, but it's going to be absolutely pounded right now as the rest of DeToNator are there to back him up, finding a lot of mileage out of that one. And this is definitely going to be DeToNator's cap, and now all these Fireball players drop down. Good momentum to work.
Have to shut down the Nano Visor to start with, and then their own Nano Visor would have to absolutely clean up. And if Ninth is on point, Ninth should be able to shut down Hate. That's going to be key for Fireball's defense.
Well, they've done it once before already with NZ shutting down that Tech Visor. Hate going to be using his first air, has the boost as well.
Straight into
and
Matrix.
Look at that, Matrix
Good job,
all
Knight.
over it there. Good job, mate, indeed. And now Hate instantly pressured out there. Great counterplay now coming up from the side of Fireball. Anakin up in the back lines trying to find any kind of opening he can. Has the Dragon Blade here, looking to find himself NZ. He manages to catch him, but Apudo and Ninth up in the front lines is doing so much damage to the side of DeToNator. It is just even trades left and right. They still are sitting on 0% though. Over
Too many
time,
Fireball members alive.
they
Far
need to
too
find
many.
something. That self-destruct doing a little bit, but now Apudo answers with the blade, and this is the hope of Fireball, slicing and dicing all through the side
you
of
can't deflect
DeToNator.
that.
And this is gonna be it. Fireball holding down on point number 2. It's not going to be working too well as NZ
So far, yeah, I
finds
think
it.
NZ is just going to take the turret pretty easily here, but Kurlos goes down as well. It's good early initial picks out of Fireball, and interestingly enough, nothing from Ninth. It's all just picks out of everyone else except Ninth. And Ninth is going to die without really contributing anything.
But Apudo, look at him, he's absolutely woken up. Those hand stretches definitely doing work here. He's a solo up on the point now, should fall back ever so slightly here, right into the loving arms of his Lucio right there to keep him sustained through this one. Picking up a kill there as well. Zalfit's going to be helping him out as well. And this is all Fireball right now. This should be their cap. Let's see who on the side of DeToNator can keep it alive. Nobody.
So here's the important thing. Apudo's on 82%. If they roll through with a nice Dragon Blade really quickly, they're not going to be able to build up any other ultimates, and that's okay. Rocket might get a full-on flip, and with 6 ultimates on DeToNator and 10 seconds to go, and still 0% hit. Like they got a few percent in there, but unless you get the one tick, it doesn't matter. This could just be a draw.
Oh, Nano Blade coming in there from Anakin, taking down Kurlos early into the fight.
Okay,
but that's
double works.
big.
A double works.
That's big indeed now, and now Anakin on the point, looking to do as much as he can here for the side of DeToNator to keep them alive, 3 members down. But the rest of Fireball are just dropping here. No one even on the point. As I say, that's going to be Rocket to come blasting in and then blasting out as he gets taken down almost instantly there. Dragon Blade on Apudo, nothing he can do there. We're going into overtime, into look at
My
that.
hand would be...
No, you know, like it's one of those things. You get the one who gets more kills, you win. Based on kills, you win. Not actually.
Which, like, you'd think would be enough to actually win you the game, but so much of the game is actually translating kills into objectives, which for Fireball, I think hasn't really been happening. And
yeah, I mean, they're getting the kills right now, but can they get themselves the cap?
we'll find out in 2 seconds.
And indeed, the cap is about to unlock here, and it is going to be falling into Fireball's favor here. They will get themselves the first cap here, and they've won. No, they haven't won the game yet.
And DeToNator, what do they do with it? They actually didn't turn that into a 64. They didn't convert that into further kills, and they couldn't turn it into an objective. And now it's going to be double Dragon Plays. And so far, I think Apudo's come out on top of these.
And he definitely has managed to pick up, I'd say, a little bit more than his counterpart of Anakin there. Now, Anakin on the point does have a Tracer by his side. Let's see if they can manage to find themselves some kills there. So Hate finding a mech and a Winston as well. So, I mean, is it enough, though? No, it will not be, as Apudo will take him down as well. Apudo has absolutely woken up here. 93% now, transcended straight onto the point. I feel that was not needed.
A little bit too keen.
Definitely a little bit too keen being there as he just transcendences onto the point with no damage being taken and no teammates around him there. Apudo going to make Dodoloff pay for that one. And now it is going to be a kill in the side of DeToNator here, but Fireball should be all over this one.
Okay, hello. That happened. Double pulse bomb kill from Sayate. Might just turn things around. There's not a lot of players there for Fireball. Still a Dragon Blade coming online for Aputo though. I wonder if he'll use it to try and make the hero play, and indeed he does.
He is managing to slash his way through that one, taking down Yoshiharu there on the point, but Sayate is not giving up this one just yet. But Aputo is going to find some ninja stars to the face. Fireball pick up Ilios, and
Matrixes, but I can't because everything's on cooldown.
oh, Anakin though hitting the Deadeye, finding that kill into Rocket, starting things off hot here. And now DeToNator starting to get a little bit of movement on the cart.
That was a snipe. That fire
strike
was a total snipe.
Yeah, see you later, Zalfix. I mean, not feeling Zenyatta here.
Can you believe it's 36 seconds remaining? Unfortunately, I don't think Fireball are going to be able to get it here in time. Could see some golden magic from Aputo's Dragon Blade, but I don't know. I don't want to bank on that right now because the card is in such a great position. You've got a lot of momentum for DeToNator. You've got ultimates as well. Even those 20 seconds, Aputo wants to make the hero
there's the
play.
blade. Ninth is with him as well.
Well,
it is going to be Anakin though, finding that kill onto Aputo, but still ends in Na there, managing to keep himself alive, manages to take down his counterpart of Sayate. Nano boost coming in on Anakin though, is not going to be finding too much more, but that nice flashbang, can't find the kills. Rocket's there to clean it up, Ninth as well, and Fireball managing to stabilize. Don't even let DeToNator get the first cap here. So now, let's see.
It's in such a good position that you got to think they got enough time to get it out.
Oh,
and I think they're just going to win right here.
And yeah, the Dragon Blade coming in now from Aputo, doesn't even need to find this kill. Oh, but it doesn't matter. Anakin getting absolutely blown off the map there. And now, Fireball looking extremely good. That Transcendence just going to be used for just the...
just for flavor.
Just for style points as well there. And
style Transcendence.
yeah, you know, just look at me. Look how golden I am. Look how golden this win's about to be as Aputo slicing that one.
I think they need to get the win first before they can do anything like that. And unfortunately for Fireball, DeToNator aren't giving this one up.
Oh, no, they're not. And that's the Dragon Blade now coming in. Will he find anything with it, though? It doesn't look like it, as Kurlos is going to be the one to take him down there. Now, Sayate, all hopes are on him here. 99%, can't even get that tech visor. Gets taken out. Cart still not moving yet. Yoshiharu just rushing in, but they're just trickling back onto the point barrage. Boom, there it goes. And this has got to be Fireball's moment right now. But still, DeToNator not wanting to give anything away, just charging back to the point. But there it is, and that's going to be Fireball picking up the series here, 3-1.